Barry Peterson, no matter what happens tonight, the next president is sure to have a major impact in other countries, including China. As Bill Whitaker reports, many Chinese have been following the campaign very, very closely.
In this bitterly close race, about the only thing President Barack Obama and Governor Mitt Romney seem to agree on is a harder line toward China on trade and jobs.
We are going to insist that China plays by the same rules as everybody else.
On day one, I will label China a currency manipulator.
It's aimed at an American audience, but with the internet and satellite TV, China is watching too.
Will the next U.S. president antagonize China or continue to engage with Beijing?
Few follow more closely than Yang Rui. On international affairs, he's the English-language voice of China's state-run TV.
All the Chinese media, if you look at their front page stories, they talk about how the two presidential candidates accuse China, bash China.
Millions of young Chinese also are hooked on the American election. We met three self-proclaimed political junkies: Liu Jinyang, a journalist, and students Zhan Wu and Wang Hangyi.
Do you hear China bashing?
Everyone knows the iPhone and iPad, but without the cheap labor supplies in China, how can they produce them in such a low price? It's impossible.
They're not getting their information from the official voices on state TV. They're getting it mostly unfiltered from the internet.
We just want to know what's happening on the other side of the world.
It is an era of internet, so people can get their own access.
And we need to win that future.
29-year-old English teacher Guan Jin downloads and translates political speeches and shares them on the internet. His convention downloads got hundreds of millions of hits. His online followers don't like all the criticism of China, but they do like the openness of the American system.
American election is open, energetic.
At least they can fight for their own interests. At least they can fight for the people.
Yang Rui doesn't speak for the Communist Party of China, but as a member, he knows the party line.
The U.S. democracy is very beautiful, it's charming, but it has many shortcomings and weaknesses.
The American voters get to go up and actually poke the guy who wants to be the president of the United States and ask him a pointed question. What are you going to do for me? The Chinese people don't get a chance to do that with their leaders.
I respect the American democracy, but why China prospered as the sole major economy after the financial meltdown is because of the effective leadership that we exercised.
2 days after Americans choose a president, China's Communist Party chooses new leaders for this country. The Chinese people won't have a vote. For CBS This Morning, I'm Bill Whitaker in Beijing.